Hello, my Panda Pals, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking The Last Resort. We are on Season 2, Episode 9. We got a little bit of camping, we have a little bit of hypnotherapy, and we got Julia dropping a big ol' bomb on her marriage. So, buckle it up and let's go for a ride. We are back with Jasmine telling Natalie that she is crazy and Josh only ever says bad things about her.
It's always negative and you are always a problem. Exactly.
Benny chimes in and he's like, I've only ever heard him talk about how he loves you and he really wants to make this relationship stronger.
Versions
1
of
out
Josh.
of 4, that's not bad. 1 out of 4, we're getting somewhere.
Ooh, that is pretty bad. You should probably aim to have your partner say you're crazy less than 75% of the time. Gino tells her Josh doesn't really talk to him about her, but he showed up to The Last Resort, so that's gotta mean something, right?
I don't think he would have came here for nothing.
Yeah, cause coming on this show for clout/a check really shows his commitment.
We were supposed to work on our relationship and have anyone seen him today?
No.
Rob joins the party, sans Sophie, so that she can be alone to process all of her emotional baggage. Stacy joins next, and she apologizes to Jasmine and Julia for Florian's giant temper tantrum.
You like that inside.
I feel so bad for you, Stacey.
That is not how your life should be.
Julia tells us that Stacy radiates positivity, and it is such a damn shame that she is married to such a downer.
I want to celebrate me.
Yes, celebrate you. You deserve to treat like a queen.
Ari comes in next, and Benny tries to play nice, but she's still pretty pissed that he flipped her off at the steakhouse saloon, so she just goes on ignoring him.
What do you want to do tonight?
I want to have sex.
No? No.
Dude, I am so sick and tired of hearing about their lack of a sex life. This argument that they are having is now their entire personality. Anyway, Jasmine says that she wants to bang, and Gino is like, absolutely not, and then goes on to list all of the reasons why. Reasons that we are all very familiar with because they have this same conversation every fucking episode.
Because we fight every day. Plus, she doesn't listen to me. You're not
So
going
I'm the
to.
problem.
Jasmine says that they have had multiple days where they do not argue, and Gino calls her a liar and tells her that they have zero emotional connection and they will proceed to never have one. And Ari is like, hey there, Mr. Emotional, maybe calm down?
I'm not going to. We have no emotional connection any longer.
Gino, I know you're upset, but I don't know. Take it down a notch.
Brandon is like, Gino, baby boy, humor me a little. And then he tries to force the two of them to connect by sitting them down real close to each other and getting them to talk.
It agitates me because I can feel your love for each other.
Sir, where? So Jasmine tells him that it is super unfair that he watches Corn every single day and tugs his tiger while she gets more and more pent up because she wants to get off banging an actual person. And Gino is like, okay, well, that doesn't mean that you get to force me to do it with you. And Jasmine is like, I am not trying to force you into doing anything, okay? If you will not bang me, then you need to let someone else bang me.
If you cannot give it to me, let me find it in someone else. And accept the deal of having an open marriage.
Rob is like, bro, it is so messed up that she's positioning an open marriage. She has zero idea how much that will mess a dude up. Gino tells Jasmine to suck it up and just flick her old bean, and she's like, LOL, no.
What am I supposed to do? I'm not okay with masturbating. It doesn't
Well,
satisfy
then
my
it
needs.
sounds like we're not going to be able to be together.
So Jasmine leaves, and Brandon is over here shocked that his plan to get these two to bang it out did not work. The girls rally around Jasmine, and they tell her that Gino is the absolute worst, and he's such an asshole for punishing her like this.
He's withholding sex and affection. Benny would do the same thing to me. It's
punishing you.
It's punished. Thank you.
The boys rally around Gino, and he tells them that he won't even think about touching Jasmine if she does not fix herself first. And then he says Jasmine is being such a giant hypocrite because if he was the one that requested to open up the marriage, Jasmine would probably rip off his balls and then proceed to shove them up his butt.
The fact that Jasmine won't let this go after I've told her repeatedly I'm not for this really worries me.
This night is turning into a real downer, and Julia is kind of over it, so she kicks everybody out, clearly having forgotten that she promised to get down and dirty with her husband once the party ended.
It's just you and me.
She looks thrilled. She brings him into the bedroom, and she's like, a promise is a promise.
I promise you this time.
We're actually going to?
If you're not gonna fall asleep in a second.
I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Julia's honestly probably thinking, ugh, I can't say no to him again. You know what? He's probably gonna blow his load in 5 minutes, so let me just suck it up, and then once it's over, I can say no to him for another 8 months. Natalie heads back to an empty room, and she's bummed because she can't really figure out if she's on the last resort or the single life.
I have no idea where he is. I don't think Josh and I could fix our problems if he cannot be in the same room with me.
Jasmine and Gino fight about who's going to sleep on the bed, and Jasmine tells him to stop cosplaying as Florian because it's turning him into a disrespectful baby, and she tells him that she's gonna be the adult and his big baby ass can take the bed.
You said I could have the bed every night.
Take the bed, crying baby, go. Is the bed is yours, go ahead.
It's a new day, and all the women here want to tell you that it would be such a good idea to click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button! Yeah, don't you want to know all the stupid shit we get ourselves into every week? Yeah! Oh, guys, stop it! You're too much! But seriously, I say this for your own safety. Click the button before they go ham on your ass. Anyway, it is a new day, and all of these women are angry.
You need to think about what you did last night.
Gross.
If your man is burping a regular ass burp 5 feet away from you and you are like, ugh, that is disgusting, you don't love him anymore. So today, everyone is heading out for an overnight camping trip.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have a girl van and boys van.
Great idea, considering all the women hate the men and all the men hate the women. Ari has packed an entire suitcase for the next 24 hours, and then Josh comes revving in like the very cool guy that he is.
He's definitely showing off.
Did he leave just to come back in a nice car?
Yes. He jumps into the boy van and he tells them all that he left last night because his therapy session with Natalie was just a little bit too much for him to handle.
She all of a sudden said that she wants a baby. She was screaming at the therapist. It was quite rough.
In the girl van, Jasmine asked Julia how it felt banging her husband for the first time in a year.
So, Julia, did you have sex or not?
No, he fell asleep.
So apparently, the two of them were getting hot and heavy, and then Brandon was so drunk that he just passed out between her legs. Back in the boy van, Florian asks Gino why he decided to go to the party and not stay with him during his temper tantrum. And Gino tells him it's because he wanted to go to the party. And then he tells him it's also because he wanted to have some fun because he's always in a constant state of misery with Jasmine. And then all the guys collectively are like, bro, you really need to bang your wife.
Take that pill, Gino. Make the boys proud.
Those pills, man, give me a great orgasm. I'll take them by myself.
And then Florian goes on to tell him if he does not feed Jasmine, then someone else definitely will. They get to their destination and are greeted by Sarah. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because this show is just adults being absolute babies. Sarah tells the couples to go stand next to a random pack of supplies, and Stacy, Jasmine, and Natalie refuse to do so.
Go ahead and partner up with your couples, guys.
We don't have.
My partner told me that I already lost him.
For the purposes of today, let's try to work this out.
Josh is shocked that Natalie is the one ignoring him this time, and he makes himself feel a little better about it by saying, oh, whatever, I'd prefer being ignored over her screaming at me. Sarah then tells them to start making their tents, and Jasmine starts kicking up a fuss.
Sarah, I don't want to have them as neighbors. This person here is about influence.
Then don't build your tent next to them, genius. Jasmine tells Stacy, no offense, but your husband sucks. And Stacy's like, nah, you good, girl. I get it. Rob is over here like, God, Jasmine, can you just shut the fuck up? So they get into another tiff, and Florian is like, you take that back. I'm not a baby. And Jasmine is like, no, baby said what?
This is why I don't want to be neighbors with him.
You're all adults here.
No, there are people that are adults but behave like little kids.
Jasmine, stop it. This was so unnecessary. Even the therapist is telling you to act your fucking age. The tent building itself is pretty uneventful. Natalie and Josh build their tent the fastest, but this was not a race, and they really gotta stop acting like winning first place indicates that they are meant for each other.
We done first. Like we won the exercise. Josh, we did first.
All right.
Jasmine leaves Gino to build the tent by himself, and Sarah comes over and she's like, okay, girly, this is a 2-person job, and if you do not help him, you will not have shelter, and no, production will not care. Florian comes over to help Gino build his tent, and Sarah's like, gee, Jasmine, isn't it interesting who's choosing to help him build his tent right now?
Who's helping you build your home right now?
I'm not gonna sleep there if Florian builds it.
All of the tents have been built, and now no one can find Jasmine.
We can find Jasmine.
I'm absolutely worried for her safety because it's have a coyotes, have a snakes, have scorpions.
People start freaking out, and after some frantic searching, they find this bitch sleeping inside of the tent that Florian helped Gino build. Sarah has everyone leave their phones behind in their tents.
You don't even have your phone, do you?
No, I'm headed to legit.
And then they follow her to their group therapy session. What is on the menu today? Oh, you know, just a little group hypnosis. So Sarah has them do a bunch of stuff. They stick out their arms, she snaps her fingers to turn them into magnets, and then their hands come real close together.
You'll feel your hands pulling and drifting together, pulling and drifting, pulling and drifting. You'll feel your hands pulling and drifting together.
And then their hands are supposed to feel like bricks, and then she tugs on them, and she's like, sleep now. And then they fall into this deep, relaxed, hypnotic state.
Let the sound of my voice carry you deeper and deeper into relaxation. Sleep now, drifting and floating.
Then she instructs them to grab a memory of a time they hurt their partners, and she has them relive it as it happened, and then relive it again how they wish it happened. I don't really know how much I believe in hypnosis. I have not experienced it myself, but I feel like it just provides people a safe space to be honest and say what they really want to say, because they can always just turn around and say, well, it was the hypnosis that made me say it. Sarah then counts to 5 and everyone wakes up.
Welcome back.
I got hypnotized, for sure. It's odd. I can't explain it. It's like a feeling I've never felt before.
And then she has them share their memory with the group. So Brandon's memory was when he gave their house key to his mother without consulting Julia first, and he says he would change it by consulting Julia first. Julia's memory is from 4 or 5 years ago when Brandon visited her family in Russia.
Be here for honest, right?
Yeah.
So please don't walk away when I tell you that.
The two of them were not in a good place and they were on the verge of breaking up, and she was seriously considering going back to her ex.
Be thinking to go back to each other.
You cheated.
Not cheating, but be kissing.
Yeah, that's called cheating.
I'm so angry at Julia. I feel like divorce has become a stronger possibility.
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. I know not a lot happened in this one, but what can you do? Not every single episode's gonna be a banger. But it looks like in the next episode, Sophie finds a little something in Rob's phone that is no bueno.
I found this. Miss Farrell.
Asshole.
Can't wait to find out if it's something that is worth getting upset over or not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the ride today. Go ahead, click that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel yet. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!